Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. I have a video here for you. This is going to be about AI and the future generation, meaning your kids, the kids that are going to be born into this, that don't know any difference. So, as far as watching things on the internet, okay, so I have judgment. Judgment is when you don't see the true calling of a situation. They call this, sometimes they call it the aha card or the great awakening card. Well, a lot of them will not have the clarity of things because it looks so real. Like, when you see things on the internet that's AI and they're so realistic that the young children will be confused and think that, it's reality. So I feel like it's going to affect them mentally in a way because they're not going to be able to distinguish reality from false. Okay, so a lot of them will get confused. They'll be depressed, or they'll grow up in a way that expecting things to be a certain way when they're really not, is what I'm seeing. And I think it'll affect the young children the most, that generation the most, that is born into it and is watching it and doesn't know what things are really like. I feel like it'll affect them mentally, and they'll be in their mind. They'll be living in the world that in their mind that's not real, and they'll think it's real. See, there'll be a lot of confusion. Here we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is surrounded by confusion. Hold on. She's in her thoughts. See, that cup is closed, and she's in her thoughts because she's not able to talk about, what's going on around her. See all the turbulence around her? She's not able to talk about that, so the cup is closed, keeps her feelings to herself. So I feel like the younger generation will be in this mode here. They'll be wondering, how they can do stuff because things that they do won't come out the way they expected to be, because on the internet it's one way, but then when they try it, it doesn't come out that way because of AI. So there'll be lots of confusion with the young generation. They're going to carry a heavy burden, although AI is good for a lot of stuff like, doctors and restaurants and things like that. But that's for the adults that are, already grown up and already know the difference between reality and not real. Okay, so these children growing up, they're going to carry a very heavy burden as they get older and older, because they'll be somewhat confused about the reality of life and the reality of things. So this is the card when you're carrying a very heavy burden. So a lot of them will grow up being confused and expecting way more than the way things are. Okay, it's just I feel like the parents need to explain things to the children, or maybe not let them watch so much stuff that's fake, or if they are watching it, to explain to them what's real and what isn't. Because if they don't, then these children, I'm telling you, this next generation is going to be very confused and expect things to be a certain way when they're not. So this is just a short message about that, is what I'm seeing, because I had a message from Spirit today, and they were showing me this. They were showing me children being very, very confused, very, very delusioned, and having a lot of anxiety, that it would cause a lot of anxiety for them and expect things to be a certain way, and so it would cause them to feel very, very burdened, So it's just a short message to put out there for the parents, to explain things to your children, maybe not let them watch so much stuff on their own. Because most kids grow up with the internet now. They don't grow up outside playing like they used to back in the day or whatever. They grow up in front of the TV or in front of the internet or on their phones, and that's their world. That's their entertainment. That's their pastime. Okay, and the majority of what's on the internet is fake. It's not real. So they grow up in this reality, in this world that doesn't even exist. Okay, so that's what I see for the future generation, especially with the AI that's out there. It's going to benefit a lot of grown-ups, but it's not going to benefit the future generation. So just be careful out there, teach your children right, explain to them what's real, what's not, and then move from there. All right, short message from Spirit. Thanks for watching. This is Jasmine from Enter Tarot Cards. If you want that personal reading, text me and I'll get back at you. And subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Come watch the videos. Come join my live. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.